This is WNEM TV5 News at 11.
My dad got it and then he got shooted.
Compelling witness information in a murder case that never saw the light of day in court. If you ask prisoners why they're behind bars, a good many would probably say for no reason. They're innocent, just like the man we're about to introduce you to.
Yeah, there is something different about the case involving Salam Zora. After taking a closer look, we began to wonder, did an innocent man get sent to the slammer? Here's Gino Vicci with this I-Team report.
This should never stand. It's just wrong.
Because there were things to the trial that I wished they would have asked.
He should have his freedom back.
Locked up for life, he was once a successful businessman revered by his family and praised by the community. Salam Zora is now referred to as inmate number 745154 at the Saginaw Correctional Facility.
The I-Team studied Zora's case for months. What we found, the jury who convicted him wasn't shown all of the evidence, from an apparent fingerprint on a knife to eyewitness testimony. But why? The more we dug for answers, the more questions we had.
What was my brother supposed to do? Just stand there and then being stabbed?
Was it cold-blooded murder or was it self-defense? Let's take you back to January 23, 2009. Zora travels from his home in Saginaw to Metro Detroit to meet his brother-in-law, Najem Matti. It was one of several stops that day. Matti was accused of stealing $200,000 cash from Zora's home. According to family members, Matti denied stealing the money and was infuriated he was being accused. The family also says Matti offered to meet with a priest and swear to God he was no thief.
We're Catholics, so our actions are stemmed from that faith. And so it was very important in that regard.
The two never made it to St. Joseph's Church in Sterling Heights where that meeting was supposed to happen. Instead, the visit ended at Matti's home with Zora shooting and killing him. Zora himself called 911. Moments later, Zora's brother Scott Patrice would answer a phone call that would turn his life upside down.
For me, this was such a huge thing. I was shocked.
At the time, Patrice was living in Saginaw and finishing medical school. He would soon become a doctor, a dream of his since leaving Iraq. Patrice says his family escaped persecution against a small group of Catholics known as Chaldeans. He says if it were not for his brother Salam, the family may have never found freedom. But in a twist of fate, Patrice is now fighting for his brother's freedom here in the U.S. According to the initial police report and by his own testimony during trial, Salam Zora admitted to shooting and killing his brother-in-law. After Matti charged Adam with a knife in one hand and a pitchfork in the other. But was the motive an apparent revenge for the large sum of money? That's what the prosecutor argued at trial. Zora testified that Matti attacked him before he fired several shots in self-defense. In fact, a half-dozen other witnesses corroborated this story. Even Matti's own 4-year-old son told police virtually the same thing.
I mean, what more do you need? I mean, anybody who looks at why are we, they would have said, why are we here?
Take a look at the child's video interview obtained by the I-Team and never before seen.
Did your dad, when he got shot with the gun, was it before or after he got the knife?
I said after he got the knife.
After is when you heard the boom boom?
Yeah.
You're pretty sure?
Surprisingly, this video was never entered as evidence during trial. And that's not all. None of those other witnesses were ever called to take the stand, not even Matti's own wife, who also happens to be Zora's sister. What does it all add up to? His brother says a wrongful conviction.
Because the first jury did not have the full evidence. They only listened to partial evidence.
But the question remains, would the interview with Matti's son and the presence of a fingerprint on the knife have changed the outcome of the trial?
You know, I think that would have been it. That would have ended the trial right there.
Now, where do we go from here? We will bring you part 2 of our special I-Team report in about 10 minutes.